Hi friends, welcome to my channel Mana Lectures. In today's video, we will discuss about the chapter 1 real numbers exercise 1.2. In previous class, we will discuss about the exercise 1.2 1 and 2 problems. If you don't watch those videos, you can watch those videos easily under my channel on Mana Lectures, or I will provide those videos on cards as on the right side top of the corner. After, without wasting the time, today we will discuss about the 345 problems. From 345 problems, there is a different scenario to the previous questions and previous classes. First of all, we check what is the question. Check whether 6 power n can end with a digit 0 for any natural number n. For any natural number. Here, what the question is, here 6 power n can end with digit 0 on last digit. 6 power n end with 0 or not. It is the question. We need to check that. Before going to the solution of the question, we need to remember, we need to know some concept about the fundamental theorem of arithmetics, which is here in previous class there is a theorem in first chapter, fundamental theorem of arithmetics, which is simply, I will explain. I am not proving the theorem, only explain for our understanding to solve the problems only. This theorem states that every composite number can be expressed as a product of primes, and these factors is unique apart from the order in which the prime factors occurs. It is every composite number we can express in terms of product of prime factors. This is the simple definition, but here there is a condition also. These factors are unique, and apart from the order is in which the factors occurs, and it means order is maybe different, but the factors are unique. Order is maybe different for different ways. This is the theorem. To understand it, we consider one example, which let's take 18. We need to represent in product of prime factors. Every composite number we can written as product of prime factors. So we can write as 2 into 9 is equal to 2. 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3, which is 2 multiplied by 3 square. And we can also write 18 as 3 into 6, 3 6 also, which is 3 into 2 into 3, which is 2 into 3 square again, but the order is different. 2 into 3 into 3, here 3 into 2 into 3, or we can write as any other way, 6 into 3. In that way it will comes 2 into 3 into 3. Here also 2 into 3 square. We need to understand what is it. Here the factors, every composite number we can write in as a product of prime factors, which is one point, main point. And in this order also there is unique prime numbers, prime factors, and the order may be in different, in may occurs in different ways, but the factors are unique. Here the factors are unique. This is the fundamental theorem of arithmetics. After that, we why we discuss about the fundamental theorem of arithmetics to the this problem is somewhat related to this problem. So I will discuss this in this topic. coming to our problem, as we discuss, any composite number can be written as a product of prime numbers. Suppose if we take 80, we can written as a product of prime numbers. 40 we can written as prime numbers, product of prime numbers. So we can write 40 as a 2 into 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 5, which is 2 cube into 5. Suppose if we take 80, means ending, we take, for this problem if we take numbers ending with 0, here in this our problem also we can take, we take the number power any number from natural numbers, but the digit end with 0 or not, we need to check. For that we take some examples. For 80 also, if we take 2 into 2 multiply by 40, which is 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 20, which is 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 10, which is 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 5. Here suppose if we take 100, 1000 or any number, 120 or any number, it will ends with the multiply of 5 only. 5 is must be needed to any number ends with 0 in units place. In units place end with 0, we need a multiple of 5. We need a multiple of 5 which is necessary. But in this our case here, which is the understanding point in our in this discussion. Now 6 can be written as 2 into 3 only, product of prime numbers, which is the 2 into 3, and there is no other way to represent it. But 3 into 2 also same, which is same, 3 power n. Here we take, simply take n, where n is a natural numbers, which n natural numbers are starts from 1, 2, 3 and so on. For any number n will end with 0 or not, we need to check. For that purpose, firstly there is no prime number of 5, means factor of 5 in this given 6. 6 is 2 into 3. So the number end with 0 is not occurred. So the number, so sorry, or we can say, so there is no factor of 5 to the given number, to the given number, it will never end with 0 for any value of n. This is the solution to the problem. In this way we find if a number is end with 0 or not by prime factors, given number by prime factoring, and check whether n is starts from 0 or natural numbers or integers. If we take integers, there is another scenario, and if we take whole numbers, it will chance to end with 1, because 6 power 0 is 1, so it will be end with 1 also, it may be chance. So condition also important, we need to check the condition and we need to check the prime factors of a given composite number. It is the solution to the problem. Now question number 3, and next one is explain why 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13. We need to write 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 and 7 into 6 into 5, 4, 3, 2 into 1 plus 5 are composite numbers. We need to explain. And 7 multiply 6 6 multiplied by 5 4, 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1 plus 5. Are these numbers are composite or not? We need to explain these, check these numbers are composite or not. As you know, in few minutes we discuss what is fundamental theorem of arithmetic, which is composite numbers can be expressed in the product of prime factors also. If we prove that, it will be composite numbers, and otherwise it will be or not composite numbers. It is the solution. We need to find those things. Firstly, if we take in this number, we understand, if we clearly observe, there is a addition plus symbol. In this way, these are one number, this is one number. We can simply take in that way. So if we common 13 in both the numbers, as 13 is common, then we can write 7 into 11 plus 1, because this 13 will be in there and this 13 will be in there, plus so 1 equal to, then we can write 11 into 7 is 77 plus 1, which is 78. 13 into 78, so we can write 13 into 78, which is here bracket means multiply. Then we can write 13 into 78 as 2 into 39, 13 into 13 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 13 multiplied by 3. So we can write as 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 13 square, which is the product of prime factors, which is the product of prime numbers. So we can say that 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 is a composite number, and also we need to check this number also prime number, composite number or not. So for that, as in the same way we'll common 5 in both the numbers, then we get 7 into 7 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1 plus 1. Then we conclude this. 7 6 are 42 into 12, 12 2 is 24, 24 plus 1, which is 5 multiplied by check 42 into multiply 14 24, which is 8 16 4 8 8 10 8 plus 1, which is 5 into 1009. Then we 5 into 1009 is a product of two numbers, which is a composite number. We can conclude in this way also. We not need to necessarily find the prime factors of 1009 also. In this way we can conclude the numbers, the product of two numbers is also a composite number So in this way we conclude, given two numbers are composite numbers. And the final one is, how will you show that 17 multiplied by 11 multiplied by 2 plus 17 multiplied by 11 multiplied by 2 plus and 17 multiplied by 11 plus 17 multiplied by 11 multiplied by 5 is a composite number. Explain. Is a composite number and explain. In the same way to the last sum, we common 17 multiplied by 11, then we get 2 plus 5, which is 7 multiplied by 11 multiplied by 7, which is those are prime numbers and which is a composite number. We can conclude that. By product of prime factors, we can say it is a composite number by the fundamental theorem of arithmetics. In this way, fundamental theorem of arithmetics is useful in solving the problems and understanding which are the composite numbers and how can we represent the composite numbers as a product of prime numbers. This is the end of this video. Thanks for watching the video and subscribe to Mana Lectures.